I'm Inside and I saw The Boys Season 4, Episode 3. We'll keep the red flag flying here. It is directed by Fred Toy, written by Ellie Monahan, and if you haven't seen this episode, I will spoil it for you. This episode starts and we're following Homelander as he officially brings Firecracker and Sister Sage on the team. And since Sister Sage is the new brain behind Vought, Ashley is no longer needed. She's just pushed to the side. We don't need you, pesky human. And I'm like, oh boy, uh-oh. She's lost all that hair for nothing. She's just being pushed to the side. Well, how is Ashley going to respond to this? Billy Butcher, though, he's like, okay, you know what I got? I got a plan. I've got a plan to take Ryan by force. I'm gonna drug him. And I'm like, I don't necessarily think that's gonna work in the way that you think it's going to, Butcher. I mean, yeah, you can drug a person, but how do you drug a soup? Really, how do you drug them? And of course he didn't even need to drug him because he's able to hang out with Ryan, and Ryan's a good kid. At the end of this episode, when we have a good, nice connection with Butcher and Ryan opens up to him like, I accidentally killed a guy and I feel really bad for it, and Homelander's here telling me I should not care at all. And I feel for Ryan in this because he has a lot of guilt. And I like how Billy Butcher sees this as also like, oh, okay, he's a person. He has feelings and he has not these narcissistic, egotistical tendencies that Homelander has, but he is, in fact, a different person. He has a little bit of Becca inside of him. You know, he's getting some Homelander traits now, but he's really deeply Becca. He's deeply a human, and he actually cares about people. This episode has a lot of fun things happening, like A-Train and Mother's Milk. They're pairing up together. They're teaming up. I'm like, what? I thought A-Train would be the guy loyalist to Homelander just because, you know, Homelander would kill him. But here we have A-Train. Something finally affected A-Train, and it's the murder of those protesters. He's like, you know, I've got more dirt. Okay, and just make it so people don't know that I'm here. And obviously he's going to get caught because you're surrounded by a bunch of supes, but right now he is not caught just yet. I think he will get caught because that's the nature of the show, but I like Homelander's change of character. He's the type of person to be so selfish, and then his guy, the guy he's estranged from, his brother, he's the guy he's now estranged from, won't talk to him. Now he's like, I gotta do something. And so I think this is why A-Train is helping out the boys in this season. Let's see what Frenchie and Kamiko are up to. They're going to the Shining Lights house and they're doing some breaking in and they're doing some snooping around. They're doing some, not necessarily fighting, but we have Frenchie, he's really high, and Kamiko doesn't really like that. And Kamiko encounters a person that she used to fight a long time ago, and she has a scar from Kamiko. And what's interesting about this is they have a little bit of a fight, but they don't actually end up murdering each other, which is pretty cool. They kind of find themselves at a draw, as Kamiko finds herself dealing with Frenchie's highness. Oh my goodness. Also, we find out what Firecracker's deal is with frickin' Starlight. It's because Starlight, oh my goodness, when they were both 11 years old, Starlight called her fat and ugly and a slut. And I'm like, Starlight, you're so mean. What? I've been mean. I would consider myself a nice person and also has the capacity to be very mean, so, geez, Starlight, come on. I wouldn't say that to a person directly to their face, only because of this situation happening right here where we have Firecracker bitterly hates Starlight and is rooting for her downfall and is actively going against her. This is why you don't call these random people fat and, you know, just people you're growing up with, because they're going to hold on to that. Come on, Starlight. And she's not forgiving you. I'm so sorry that I said that, Firecracker. No, I don't care. I don't want your forgiveness. No way. I'm going to put you in the ground. And that's a dangerous enemy to have. Also, it's fun. Hughie goes through an air duct and learns information about what Sister Sage has got going on. Okay, we got Sister Sage and Homelander. They're having a bit of a meeting, and you know, it's a little hot in the air ducts, and it's all fun and handy dandy, all fun, nice stuff. But, Hughie sweats and drips on Homelander, and Homelander's like, what is happening? And beams his eyes into the freaking air duct. It makes me wonder, how did Hughie get out of there in time without making any sound at all? Like, there's no sound. He just was able to escape. I don't believe that, but maybe he's like really fast. Or maybe he took some Temp V and he was able to teleport, but he wasn't naked, so, Also, it's interesting, we have Hughie and his mother reunite, and, you know, it's the mother that left Hughie, and he's like, why? And she's like, oh, I was depressed. I'm like, it's good to have a mother there when you're growing up as a child. Even if your mother's depressed, you can still have memories of your mother. It's kind of hard to have any mother figure in your life when she's gone. You kind of just have your presence there. Like, you could be the worst mother ever, but just have your presence there. Being gone is worse, actually, for children. But of course, she left. Oh, I'm depressed. You know, I don't think Hughie's going to forgive her. I would not forgive her if I were Hughie, but we'll see. Also, Homelander's reprimanding Ryan, hey, why are you hanging out with Billy Butcher? I can spell it on you. And I'm like, oh no, he's gonna go out with Billy Butcher now. So this episode is pretty tense. It builds up from the past couple of episodes. This episode is a solid one. Go watch it. It's very good. It explains a lot of relationships, goes into depth on them. Some people you might not expect to meet up with each other. It's pretty cool. I give this episode, this is solid 7.3 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one on the platform really likes that. If you want a fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 donos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like some sort of daily grindiness of all the daily movie reviews, go to this link tree on the way you get up sort of daily grind of all the daily movie reviews, so go here. And until next time, I'm in salad sauce. See you later to my sour croutons and bacon bits. I was going under disguise, so I wasn't actually supposed to be here. I'm gonna go now.